All right, great. So we're now ready to get to the information sessions. So great. So we'll now hear from 10 insurtechs participating in the expo and about their company and open roles. First up is Gloriana from Unqork, and let me bring her up as a speaker so she can start sharing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tony. Let me just share my screen really quickly and we can get started. Perfect. Thank you. Are you able to see my screen? Yes?
We can.
All right, perfect. Great. So hi, everyone. My name is Boriana. I lead our sales efforts at Accurate for North America. And we're really excited to be here. Thank you, Tony and David, for organizing. At Accurate, we revolutionize insurance pricing with transparent AI. Our journey started 4 years ago in France when a team of data scientists and actuaries came together in order to find ways to apply artificial intelligence and machine learning for the challenges in insurance pricing. Since then, we've built our own proprietary machine learning algorithms to automate insurance pricing modeling while keeping transparent outputs, which is really important for regulatory compliance. Our value proposition is unique in the market, and we're the only technology to be able to do this. Bridging the worlds of actuarial science and data science is part of our DNA and something we're really passionate about. Earlier this year, we raised a Series A, including from an investor in the US called MTech Capital. And we're going to be using a lot of that investment in order to expand our operations internationally. We've opened an office in London and we'll be opening one in New York as well. We're at a really exciting part of our growth trajectory. We've already proven product market fit, and we work with over 15 customers globally, including the leading insurers carriers in Europe. However, we're just getting started in the US, which is the largest P&C market. And next year, this is our #1 priority. You'll be part of the core team that will be building upon this opportunity. Our team. So our team has a very strong tech DNA. More than half of our team are engineers, data scientists, and actually our founder was an actuary in his previous life. And if you enjoy talking about machine learning on your spare time, this is your crew. Our C-level leadership comes from established large corporations, so they've been able to set up strong foundations for Accurate, but without over-engineering processes. And this is key for us as well, because we want to be setting up for long-term growth and building something that lasts. We're a team of about 40 employees and growing, and we have about 13 nationalities, and we speak 20 languages. And one of our favorite hobbies is karaoke singing, preferably in different languages. Last but not least, our onboarding is in Paris, COVID permitting. So it's a bit less cliche than Emily in Paris, but you can still get a cultural experience that's a bit different. In terms of the roles that we're hiring for, we're hiring for 3 exciting roles in New York. So the first one is a data scientist insurance pricing modeler role. You'll be part of our customer success team. You'll be leading pilots with customers and directly impacting our sales bottom line. This is the perfect role to combine customer responsibilities as well as the technical acumen. Our data scientist R&D role is more focused on designing machine learning algorithms, working on our transparent AI engine, and also adapting our product to the US strategy. Which leads me to our last role. We're looking for an advisor or a full-time VP of insurance pricing who can help us with our market and product strategy in the US. The type of person we're looking for is an insurance veteran who has a wealth of experience in P&C actuarial pricing, and ideally some predictive modeling experience as well. So if you're interested in Accurate, come say hi to us at our booth. Check out our LinkedIn's jobs page or follow us on Instagram at Life@Accurate. It's great to meet you all. Thanks.
Thank you, Borina. Can you invite me to the karaoke when you have 20 people with 20 different languages?
I'll organize one in New York.
All right, awesome. Look forward to that. Thank you, Borna. Next up is Brightcore. So I'm gonna make Ingrid your speaker.
Okay.
All right, floor yours.
All right. Okay. We'll present now. Let's see if this. I hope you can see my screen. So Brightcore is, we call it a modern insurance software. Our mission is to build flexible solutions for the insurance industry. And we continue to move forward with innovation and with a solution that really solves our customers' challenges. A little bit about our background. So we've been around since 2009. The company was actually founded by two cousins and with the support of 6 mutuals. And what we were trying to do is the mutuals actually came to our founders looking for a solution that was intuitive and it was web-based. And 10 years later, we're providing a lot of our customers with a way of saying goodbye to old legacy systems and move into the era of having a better solution to manage the property and casualty insurance space. A little bit more about Brightcore. So some of the other challenges, again, we mentioned just the agility of our system, moving the low automation that existed within the space, and also just overall not having availability to rolling out new products. So what we've been able to support and solve for a lot of our customers is increasing the efficiencies of their teams, allowing them to increase their customer satisfaction, and really driving to growth for both our clients and also for ourselves. What makes us unique? So our solution is built on the Amazon Web Services or AWS platform, and it helps us to constantly innovate and be able to reach our clients in a way that's remote to them. A lot of our clients were able to leverage our solution in this age of having to go 100% remote in a way that was seamless. We really partnered with them to solve for what they were trying to solve for in shifting away from an office or away from a specific on-site management of their customer base and to a web-based solution. The other piece is that there's no code configuration. So it really does allow for us to scale with our teams, and it allows our customers to implement our solution in a way that's really seamless. A little bit about our growth in the past 10 years. So you see here, this is quite a descriptive graph of the number of clients that we had in 2010, as opposed to the success we've had in 2020. 2020 was challenging at the beginning of the year, but we really have a lot of interest in our solution, and our customers are seeing the value of what Brightcore has to offer. And as far as what we're looking to hire, so we have posted on our site today, a content writer, which is a contract position, and we're looking for someone to come in and support our marketing efforts in writing documentation. This is a role that we expect to be project-based, and we're hoping to have it filled soon. The customer service advocate is our internal liaison to our customers. We're looking for someone that has specific insurance experience and that can come to Brightcore, apply that experience and transfer it in support of our customers. And a couple fairly new additions in the last couple days. We have posted a consultant project manager as well as a software engineer. And a lot of our software engineers have Python experience. So that's Brightcore. Thank you for your time, and we will be at the booth, so feel free to join us, and we'd love to chat.
Thank you, Ingrid. Appreciate it. All right, next up is Jake from Everyday Life. You want to come up to the stage?
All right. Thank you very much for this opportunity to share our story and our talent needs. I'm Jake, CEO and co-founder of Everyday Life. And just to give you a little, I left the successful Wall Street career 2.5 years ago because I was appalled by the state of financial security in the US and realized that for me to really make a difference, I would need to get out of the system and approach it as an entrepreneur. So my co-founder Dipali and I started Everyday Life exactly for that. And just to give you a little more perspective on how we look at the problem that we're solving. 2/3 of all families in the US earn less than $100,000 in household income. And of that cohort, over the last 10 years, ownership of life insurance has fallen by more than 25%. The drivers of that are multiple, one being the transition to the gig economy and the collapse in employee benefits provided to middle market families. Another is just the general dysfunction of the life insurance market. You may not be aware of this, but life insurance is increasingly unprofitable for manufacturers to provide and more difficult and costly for distributors to market. This is in stark contrast to nearly every other financial service there is, where the cost to serve and manufacture have been collapsing dramatically. So we look at this dysfunction both from the industry side, but then also with great empathy for the consumer. These families who are increasingly pressed for time and getting bombarded with more and more marketing messages every moment of their lives. When they look at life insurance, they see a market that, a product that is too expensive for them, it's too complicated for them, and there's no one available to help them make sense out of all of this. Certainly no one that they feel any trust toward. So that's the breach that we're stepping into. And we've built technology that makes it super easy for regular everyday people to get access to the kind of best practice financial planning tools and advice and life insurance coverage that historically has only been available to people of more affluent means. So we're a small but rapidly growing company with a diverse team that's very excited about the tremendous opportunity in front of us. You know, it's one of these do well by doing good stories, or do good by doing well, however you're supposed to say it. It's a $20 billion opportunity to fix life insurance for middle market families in the US. And that's really just the beginning. So what we're looking for today is access to bright minds to serve on our board and help us reshape the future of life insurance. In particular, we're looking for folks who have a depth of life insurance expertise, particularly in the product development and partnership areas as we look to build the next generation of solutions for American consumers. So I'm really looking forward to this opportunity to talk with you at our booth, and thank you for this opportunity. Tony?
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it. Next up is Marlena from Particle Health. You want to come up to the stage?
Good morning. I do have a mini presentation. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Marlena Saranak, and I'm representing Particle Health today. Technically, we're not really an insurtech, but you know, obviously the spheres overlap in a lot of ways, and we certainly have a lot of opportunities to start serving the insurtech industry as well. So what we do is we're offering one API that requires just days to implement, that offers structured data for developers and digital health companies that need access to medical records. At Particle, we believe that access to medical data will actually finally catalyze dramatic change in healthcare, change that the industry has been waiting for years now. And unofficially, we intend to destroy the fax machine. So Particle, just like a little bit of history, started in 2018. We're New York City based. We recently raised 12 million in Series A in April. Currently, we have 17 employees and we have 4 open roles. So obviously, solving a hard problem means that there are also going to be a lot of opportunities. And so the roles that we're hiring for fall under biz dev, engineering, and marketing. Notably, this email and analytics growth marketer role would be reporting to me. So if you're interested in this area, please reach out to me and come by our booth later. Basically, we're a mission-driven company. We believe that our API will create endless opportunities, and you'll play a key role on a team really committed to catalyzing, like I said, dramatically improved healthcare through more accessible and actionable medical information. And here's just a recent shot of us safely socially distancing. The team is just a incredible group of people, a little wacky, but so mission driven, so smart and dedicated to solving this huge, ugly problem. So please stop by our booth and reach out if you are interested in learning more about particle health. Thank you, Tony.
Marlena, thank you, Marlena. Yeah, that's a really nice picture. Part of your team. All right, next up is Abby from Pinpoint Predictive.
Hi. Thank you very much. I've got a screen share as well, which I'll pull up here. So my name is Abhi Tushman. I'm the founder and CIO of Pinpoint Predictive. Before Pinpoint, I was well known for my research in the field of quantitative psychology, particularly in the area of the bioscience of heritable psychometric traits. Worked with a number of banks and heads of state on people analytics. Pinpoint was founded to integrate human behavior much more deeply into the insurance process. And we do this through data enrichment as a first step, and then some other interesting things. So when you think about data enrichment, in particular, real-time data enrichment is obviously a competitive asset for insurers, and increasingly so. Of course, there's application data, third-party data like credit pulls, and then emerging niche sources. What is the car doing? What's the home doing? What's the person doing through like an IoT device? And these help a lot to add more resolution. But what we've seen is they really lack the individual granularity of the insured, and that there's an incremental 20 to 50% higher predictive efficiencies that are being left on the table. So at Pinpoint, we fill that gap with dozens of continuous, normally distributed personality dimensions with a segment of one for almost every adult in the US population that's being powered by thousands of new data points per person to bring the same kind of individuality in people predictions outside of the walled gardens where they're kind of working best, bring that into the book of business and CRM. So human behavior, of course, is absolutely central to almost all aspects of the insurance value chain. And showing some of the applications here from customer acquisition to pricing, retention, and claims. One thing we hear a lot in interacting with our clients is, oh, that makes perfect sense. Credit's a really predictive variable too. And we always knew that credit doesn't directly cause risk, that it's just a proxy for something much bigger and deeper. So we're just systematically modeling part of what credit touches on, and also in a way that's more financially inclusive. So there's a lot of independent research showing how intimately implicated our personalities are in different activities, including risk. Really like this distracted driving example, which causes half of traffic accidents right at the interface between life and health and P&C. So, here's the study showing that for each 10% increase in conscientiousness amongst teen drivers, there's a 21% increase in distracted driving. So a lot of really interesting data. Our foundations reside in quantitative psychology, and we use the kind of gold standard for empirical research, which is the 5-factor model. We dive in quite a bit deeper with 35 dimensions in that personality model and another 10 additional ones to get a unique fingerprint of human behavior that also enables us to predict it going forward. The results are very exciting. Here's some recent ones across the different areas mentioned earlier. So quite substantial. And you don't have to take our word for it. A little bit about our culture. We've been 100% distributed since March 2020. Really, really smart, passionate data science and engineering teams supporting our business mission in our core team. And another great thing about Pinpoint is working with the founding researchers of psychometric AI, some of the top people in the world. We've got advisors at some of the top research and business school in the world. It's a very fast-paced, innovative culture. We're really, really proud to be an InsurTech New York company. And also previous to that, a Stanford StartX company as well, which has got really phenomenal statistics, really, really extraordinary. So would love to connect at the booth later. What we're looking at is enterprise sales at all different kind of levels, from advisor to part-time, full-time. Really looking for people with significant experience selling AI or data or complex SaaS products to personal lines carriers in the US. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Avi. Appreciate that. All right, next up is Richard Graves from Sorcero.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Where's yours?
There we go. Okay, so my name is Richard Graves, and I'm the co-founder and chief commercial officer of Sorcero. And what we do is we're on a mission to help power the smart enterprise with language intelligence. We're very proud to be part of InsurTech New York. I need to add the logo here, actually. We're also an alum of Plug and Play InsurTech, Health, and Mass Challenge FinTech. Our core insight and application of our technology is that there's incredible developments in AI that people are working with integrating into their core operating models of businesses. And in many cases that works, particularly in the digital world, where many of these models were designed on websites, email, and other. But when you're actually talking about applying AI in the real world, and in particular, what we mean there is actual decisions that are about someone's health, financial situation, the building science around where they live, that's where AI is really struggling, and particularly struggling to understand the specialized language that the folks who actually work in these fields operate in. And what that is that these real-world problems require expert analysis for people who are deeply trained and understand this field, but they have to make decisions that are informed by biomedical and scientific content. This type of content is particularly hard for general language understanding models and other types of AI to process, understand, and make accessible to those experts. What we do at Sorcero is we infuse AI with deep domain expertise to help inform the most critical decisions in our lives. Clinical decision support for doctors who are making these healthcare decisions based on the diagnostics and the conditions we're facing. Those same ones that are used by health insurers to actually make decisions around prior authorizations and claims adjudication. and life insurers, around underwriting, the products that actually are, in many ways, some of the most important financial decisions we'll make for ourselves and the next generation. So we bring this AI that has been tuned out of the box with the most advanced models to understand these areas and to power insights for decision support on these complex challenges at scale. What we do with our platform is enabling that language intelligence and allow them to seamlessly integrate it into their core operating systems and insurance and life sciences. And this is really critical. AI is transforming every market, but we know that the largest markets that we operate on domain expertise, particularly biomedical and engineering. If you look at this, about 40% of GDP is either based on healthcare and health-related and life-related insurance, or financial services correlated with building sciences, real estate. So it's a great team that we built. Our co-founder and CEO, Deeparna Das, actually built global public health platforms in 20 countries. And the insights from that, many ways, are taking that into the life insurance space and health insurance, because there's tremendous both data, science, and behavioral health implications of that public health work that is informing these processes. And our co-founder and CTO, Walter Bender, actually co-founded and led the MIT Media Lab, as well as One Laptop per Child, and built an incredible technology team. Myself, I founded and scaled data science-driven startups to, well, it's now actually over 140 million, and was on the founding team of the leading fintech startup. And we've got a really experienced founding team drawing from the experience in prop tech, as well as our VP product who built the enterprise cloud portfolio around B2B messaging at OpenText. So this is our platform. We've basically built a really powerful set of technologies around our cognitive power that adds domain expertise, our knowledge fabric, to structure it, include the decisions that really matter at our companies. But it's a great team. We're currently at 31 folks. We're based in DC with our CTO in Boston. We just entered the New York market, and we've got engineering and product folks from all over. We provide great benefits, as we should, for anyone that works at InsurTech, a great team and a common problem, working on powering some of the biggest things in our lives, and try to augment those decisions and improve that. So we're a mission and impact-driven company in how we address these problems, and we're hiring. So if you're interested in coming on board, we're hiring 4 roles currently, including a finance operations associate, a really big hire, our VP of sales, now that we're scaling up our sales operations, a lead platform architect to actually help develop and scale our cloud platform for a lot of issues on really scaling up to the size of the enterprise we serve that's reliable and performant, and a platform engineer. So we really want folks who have kindness and empathy towards colleagues and really understanding our customers' pain points, really a deep desire to master their craft, and relentless pursuit of creating large-scale positive change, which is what we're trying to deliver with our platform. So thank you very much. And we're happy if you learn more at Sorcero.com, all the open positions are listed there, or reach out to me. I'm Richard at Sorcero.com, and it's pretty easy to reach out. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Richard. All right. Next up is Doug, Stable Insurance. All right, you're up.
Hi. Thanks, Tony. Good morning, everyone. Let me share my screen here. Can you see the screen, Tony?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Actually, I can't hear when I do this, so I'll just do this. Hi, everyone. My name is Doug Vermolm. I'm one of the co-founders at Stable. Stable is a startup focused on financial services for the gig economy ecosystem. Our initial product is auto insurance coverage for rideshare drivers. Stable grew out of a side hustle I helped co-found in 2015. I was an early and prolific user of Uber and Lyft in New York City. I'd always have chats with my drivers and quickly found out a lot of guys rented cars, and the experience was awful. Listening to those needs, a friend and I built a small fleet looking to fix some of the problems drivers were having with their current providers. Given I had experience building products and the other co-founder of the fleet is a data scientist, and we both had day jobs, we decided to build a platform to automate the distribution and administration of that fleet as well as to collect data to make determinations on who we would feel comfortable giving our vehicles out to. Early on, we realized the most relevant data point to determine if a driver was a good driver was their actual driver score from the rideshare platform. So our platform would ingest this along with other data that the rideshare companies made available to us, and also the telematics data we were collecting from our vehicles. And very quickly, one of the investors in that fleet noted what we had created from a technology perspective and a data collection perspective was the beginnings of an insurance product. So in late 2017, I quit my job as a technology attorney at Mercer and started working on what would become Stable. One thing we realized in the almost 3 years since we set out on a mission to build Stable was that even though our technology was better than the incumbents and our startup competitors, and even though our customers are hungry for a better insurance product, you do need more to convince an insurance partner to write those risks. So we took baby steps. We teamed up with a small carrier to act as their digital broker for rideshare insurance, and have had success writing those products in New York City as our initial market. But what we keep hearing from current and prospective customers is that they want a better insurance product and they want more value created for themselves. What we've seen is that incumbents that try to launch a new and innovative product, they have a lot of operational baggage and technical debt, which puts their odds against success in that endeavor. And what we've seen from our insurtech competitors is that they are usually insurance brokers who were able to take their current book of business and convince a reinsurer to help them write a new product. But their tech is often lacking because their founders are first and foremost insurance people, and the value creation is misaligned because the investors and insurance partners for those organizations desire a larger portion of value creation for themselves versus their customers. So what we've realized is a different approach is needed. When we think about value creation, we feel at least half, if not more, of the value created needs to go to our customers, with the rest being split between us, our investors, and our insurance partners. We almost feel this is a moral imperative given the type of customers we serve. Economy workers. These workers are creating immense amounts of value due to their labor, but find that most of it is being taken away from them. We feel the best way to follow this moral guiding principle of ours is to make our customers larger participants in the collection of that value creation. And we can do this by using captive and mutual insurance structures to properly align incentives. This has the added benefit of our prospective customers self-selecting as better risks, leaving the higher risk drivers to operate on other incumbents and startups' risk books. Think of us as taking the supposed lemonade model to its natural conclusion, which is really just value creation for the people that need it most. And in our customers' case, given their current socioeconomic situation, that is usually them. Right now, we're looking for advisors and mentors who have experience in the captive or mutual insurance space and are as passionate about helping this hurting group of customers as much as we are. If you believe in equality and egalitarianism, you will want to make this vision a reality for this group of people. In the next few months, we will also have the need for operations and risk management roles. So if you're currently seeking new full-time roles in the insurance space and you too believe in a more equal distribution of value for these types of workers, then also please come to speak to us at our booth today. Thank you everyone for your time.
Thank you, Doug, for the presentation. Next up is Ben Kadia from Unqork. We'll make you a presenter.
Hey, Tony.
All right, where's yours?
Hey, Ben Kadia here, Director of Talent Acquisition at Unqork. I think the best way to really think of Unqork is as a platform that allows any user to build full-blown web applications without writing a single line of code. So not just InsurTech, but certainly well within our capacity. And I think one of the biggest reasons we have such strong ties to InsurTech is because of where we started. So our founding leadership team, which includes Gary Overman, former CIO at MetLife, part of that CIO City, he really, along with the founding, a tremendous amount of experience in new products, new applications to fruition in insurance and financial services. And Gary is very much a technician, somebody who just never satisfied with the status quo. So really, in all throughout his career, he's been trying to solve for the way that that software is built, and so all throughout that time, really, I like to think of it as kind of early iterations of Unqork at all these major enterprises, and then eventually got, I'll just say, fed up with the bureaucracy and decided to go off on his own. The founding leadership team he handpicked, incredible experience, incredible backgrounds. They've all delivered technology at the largest scale in enterprise. But the really attractive Unqork is sitting down with each of them and seeing the vision for the company that Unqork is truly capable of building any and all software. So that's certainly one thing, but really the big, great people, just super easy to talk to, friendly, approachable, grounded and down to earth. Something I'm really happy to say has actually translated and cascaded throughout the company, even through a pretty significant growth spurt for us. That all aside, we are, as some of you may know, we just announced a really exciting fundraising round led by BlackRock and many others of $200 million for a $2 billion valuation. We are continuing to grow significantly across financial services, a huge aspect of that in P&C and life insurance and annuities, and certainly on the banking side of financial services as well. We launched our public enterprise vertical last year with the addition of Cass Holloway, and most recently have launched a healthcare vertical, which will certainly have a lot of ties to healthcare insurance as we continue to scale that out. Not currently something we're touching on. That all said, the growth we've had is really been unlike anything I've ever seen. So I joined as employee number 40 back in February of 2019. We are over 350 today, employees, full-time employees, and we'll likely finish the year somewhere around 400 full-time employees. Really fun, energetic, passionate group. Definitely the most fun I've ever had working, and across really all departments we're continuing to grow. So one portion of that is engineering, really building that platform and really in doing that, revolutionizing the way that software is built, and making that democratic process where it's not, in order to solve complex business logic and problems, it's not a matter of writing esoteric code that is communicating, with a computer. It's how do we solve this business logic problem in a way that is abstracted and it's drag and drop and it's easy for any user to understand how to manipulate those fields. So there's a lot of really exciting things to talk about with Unqork. I'm happy to chat more. If you'd like to join our booth, we'll have folks from both our talent acquisition team and our insurance vertical team, which that insurance vertical team is currently hiring. We're looking to add folks that have experience on consulting sales, a deep knowledge of the domain and in life and P&C and annuities, and then really that technical background, really understand, especially the blank canvas that is Unqork, how to build and shape products that solve our clients' problems. That hopefully gives you some taste of the different roles. You can see all of our open positions on our careers page. And thank you again, Tony and David and the rest of the InsurTech team for having us.
Thank you, Ben, very much. Your audio was coming in and out, but hopefully most of us did hear when you're actually on. So, but yeah, you're going to be on the booth. If anyone have questions, please